Right, welcome to another episode of the Art Patient. You find us in the garden discussing all problems related to what's known as a bad back, which lots and lots of people suffer over their lifetime. So I thought it would be a nice idea to drop a bit of information into a video that could help a lot of people overcome an absolutely amazing time in your life. Because should you be unfortunate enough to suffer with sciatica or lumbar disc perforations, a so-called slipped disc, you're in for a whole lot of, quite frankly, fucking pain. So I thought, if I can, literally there's no other way of putting it, guys. If somebody's told you you slipped a disc, by that time you already fucking know there's something seriously wrong, because I did well before that doctor ever gives you a diagnosis. Anyway, so with that said, we thought we could be very, very helpful. Right, okay. Adam's had a problem with his disc on and off for some time now, and obviously you have to come to a point where you address why you keep having problems with your back and you cannot overcome it. This is a major problem with every athlete, and non-athlete especially, who's ever tried to overcome it once it's been established. And that secret lies in another video for another day, really, because it's so extensive, the actual overcoming it. But living with it and monitoring your pain symptoms keeps you occupied while you're in serious pain. So while you're in serious pain and levels of pain, at the same time you'll probably be medicated by your local GP with painkillers, because it's such a painful experience. It has massive implications on your life. In this case, the implications with Adam, he's a bricklayer, so he has a seriously physical job anyway. And Adam has been a bricklayer for many years, and one might think that that really never helped the problem, you know, at any given time. So for Adam to overcome the problem, we're going to look at a different method this time. So you must take into consideration that Adam is also very, very athletic, obviously, by looking at his legs, and the rest of his physique is a very powerful young man. Now, there's the answer to a lot of things. Because Adam had a lot of power in his legs and trained with compound training moves and serious, like Adam would train with glute arm, and Adam would deadlift, and Adam would squat and do all the big exercises. But we found that Adam was still breaking down in the area of the L2, the lumbar 2, and then you have to start looking towards where you're losing the power. It's becoming apparent that the power's blowing out in that disc there. That's a weak point. So you've got to make everything around that disc, around the core of your body, as strong as possible, see? And that'll be the way Adam goes. But with that said, guys, if you're not this far down the road, Adam feels comfortable, and we've just strapped the inversion boots on him, as you can see. Now, inversion boots, they're the greatest thing you'll ever do. If you've just been, guys, here's one for you. If you've just been diagnosed with a slipped disc, right, or sciatica, go and buy some inversion boots. And I wish they had a sponsor, but I haven't. But buy some inversion boots, mate, because you're going to flaming well need it to get over it. And the beauty is you can decompress your spine yourself. You don't need to pay somebody. These boots might cost you 40 quid, kid, but they're going to save you thousands, believe me. They're going to save you thousands of visits to a physio or an osteopath, right? These boots alone. Lots of people manage to attempt to get on the scaffolding, like what we've got pinned against the wall, which I'll video in a minute, but fail to get their legs high enough to hook the boots in. That's the first thing you've got to overcome in your recovery, see. Now, if you're recovering and you've never ever done that before, then your recovery is going to take longer, isn't it? Because Adam's been here before and he's, like I say, very athletic. So don't think you're going to go out and buy the boots. Remember, by being able to use the boots, you've got to be got to get out your comfort zone. For a lot of people who are not athletic, that's not obviously I'm not knocking any of the guys watching this. A lot of guys will be able to do it like Adam, but there are a lot of people who've never trained before, and this will be a journey in itself for you to gain the strength to get your ankles over a set of parallel bars, see, to hang from. You know, but they do work, and most people, it's an immediate thing as well, guys. So if the boots work, you'll know immediately. It'll just elongate your spine. Now with Adam, we're already doing that with a 10 kilogram disc, which I'll film in a minute.